the preview ahead of the massive game against Man City at Old Trafford, Saturday lunchtime kickoff. A game that's so important in so many different aspects. But we'll look ahead to that in a moment. First, I'm going to go back slightly to what happened on Tuesday night as Mr. Champions League Cristiano Ronaldo bails Ole Gunnar Solskjaer out of the mire once again, which means it's still status quo, and we don't know whether we're going to qualify from the group or not. We're currently in second place. Villarreal beat the Swiss team by 2-0, I think it was, which means they're now top of the group because they have a better record than we do. And I think Villarreal will beat us at their place, so they'll have 10 points. And if Atalanta, which I expect will beat the Swiss team, they'll be back down to third again. Or the Swiss team beat Atalanta, and that means in the final game, as we play the Swiss team at Old Trafford, they'll need only a point or a win to get through as runners-up in the group. So still a lot more to go until we can be absolutely sure that we're going to qualify from that group. As it stands, I would bide your time and be very careful getting ahead of yourselves. And obviously, Ronaldo doesn't ever want to be upstaged by Lionel Messi. So he's gone, okay, Lionel, I've done this for my club. Let's see if you can do that for yours. And Lionel Messi hasn't scored in League 1 yet. I think he scored 2 goals. They need to turn the game against RB Leipzig around last time out as well. But Ronaldo's still the best player in the world. He's better than Lionel Messi. And that will always be the case. He's a fantastic player and he's got the will and determination to win as well. And Ronaldo scored 2 last minute winners against Villarreal at Old Trafford, and obviously yesterday against Atalanta, and in the 81st minute against Atalanta at Old Trafford as well. So he's only going to know his lucky charm once again. Paul Pogba again was absolutely shocking. We should just let him rot in the reserves after he brought the club into disrepute before our big game against RB Leipzig, a game we had to get a point from. You know, he almost cost us a goal. He got taken off, and rightly so. I said when he got all those assists, he's only playing for a new contract, and that is still bearing fruit. He gets away with things that other players dare not. Paul Pogba's been here for a while now, and we still haven't won a league title. And yes, he is to blame for that. He got Mourinho the sack. People forget about that. I don't, because I'm like an elephant. I never forget. You know. So Pogba needs to go. And I would get rid of him in January or let him rot in the reserves. Fellaini refused to sign a contract, and Torres wanted his head on a silver platter. Because it's Paul Pogba and he's got more lovers than haters, they never say anything against their main man. You'll never hear on a top red channel criticism of Paul Pogba. You hear it on here. He's just a charlatan. He's a busted flush. Get rid of him. I've never liked him, and I hope he goes. The sooner he goes, the better. Because I'm fed up with him. I didn't rate him before, and I'm not going to rate him after either. He left the first time, I didn't cry my eyes out when that happened, and I most certainly won't be doing that again either when he leaves the second time. Because players come and go, managers come and go, the fans will always be there, and I've always said that, and the first one to say that as well. So there is that. So Pogba needs to get himself, you know, into gear and just leave in January if you're unhappy. You know what I mean? And Fellaini had signed a new contract only because AC Milan were given a transfer ban. If that didn't happen, Fellaini would have been playing alongside Ibrahimovic for Milan right now. Bailly came into the team. Ollie only stumbled across that. Bailly was not penciled into play. It's only because Lindelof got an injury. You know. Varane got injured again. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer brought him back and Spurs to save his job. And now 2 games he played in a short space of time and travelling clock and air miles. And now he's going to miss the Manchester derby because of a hamstring injury, a new injury that could put him out for 4 fucking weeks. So we could get battered against Man City again. So Ollie again, he just doesn't play players from his squad. He could have played Bailly instead of Pascal Sigo against Leicester, and he could have played McTominay centre back or something like that. But Varane's injured and we're screwed, and we're going to see goals 10 a penny against Man City because of that stupid decision by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to play him. Ridiculous, you know. Rashford for me was poor. he's playing off adrenaline, Marcus Rashford. So, you know, he's gone the other way. Sancho and Van der Beek come on. Donny Van der Beek nearly won it, you know. But McTominay for me was fantastic. He should have scored in the first half, and I want him to score more goals now because Declan Rice is catching him up on the goals tally. His CV and goals is going up and up and up. So McTominay, come on. You've got to shape up here now. Score more goals. I don't want Declan Rice overtaking you. So bear that in mind and score more goals to make sure that Declan Rice does not upstage you. So yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Now, we play Man City. Man City have had a mixed start to the season. They've lost Torres for a couple of months, and Pep said he's going to find solutions to the problems. They lost against Crystal Palace, which was a shock result. But I didn't mind that because I want Chelsea to win the league. I hope they do as well, Chelsea. And I think they will. That's what happens to all you're going to know about fanboys. When you get a proper manager in, you win the Champions League and then you go on to win the Premier League as well. But at Man United Football Club, we're not ambitious, are we? Well, those are the top aren't anyway. So Man City, you know, they're a good team. You know. But I'll get on to my combined 11 there. But it'll be a tough game. I think De Gea will play against them. Right back, Wan-Bissaka. I think Shaw will play at left back. I think we'll go for a 4 again because Varane's missing. I think Maguire and Lindelof will play. I think Lindelof will recover. Midfield 2, McTominay, Fred will play. Up front, Ronaldo with Cavani, Bruno, and then Marcus Rashford. That's the team I'm going to pick ahead of the game, and I'm not going to pick a defeat, so I'm going to go for a draw, a 1-1 draw at Old Trafford against Man City, which doesn't do good for either team because Man City stands 5 points behind. Chelsea, if they lose, Chelsea will beat Burnley, so that'll be 8 points behind, and that I don't think they'll catch up Man City. And Man City are good. They peeled off 18 straight wins in the Premier League, 21 no competitions. But I think this would be a step too far for them because Chelsea are in their element. They're winning games by hook or by crook. They're keeping clean sheets every single time they play, virtually. And they're just a well-oiled machine and they're scoring goals and their full-backs are scoring goals. Rhys James could be on for 10 goals this season the way he's carrying on. He's been fantastic in that wing-back position. So yeah, I'm going to go for a draw. Let's see what happens. The combined 11 will be out later on in the week as well. So thanks for watching and I'll see you after the Manchester derby after Saturday's game.